Are you somebody who struggles with constant cravings for sugary treats? Or maybe it's those other empty carbs, something salty and crunchy, and you're constantly feeling like you're out of control? Maybe that's late at night after dinner when the house has gotten quiet, or mid-afternoon when your energy starts to crash. Or maybe it's when you first get home from work and you're absolutely starving and you feel like you could just eat everything in sight. And then it's showing up on your body as belly fat, low energy, maybe you're sluggish or have some brain fog, and constantly having that feeling like you are inflamed or bloated. If this sounds like you are in the right place because today I am going to talk to you about the 4 hidden reasons women in midlife, menopause, and beyond crave sugar so much and what you can do about it. I'm so happy you're here. This is the Boss Body Podcast, and I'm Sarah Haas. For those of you who don't know me, I am a women's weight release and body love coach. I'm also a certified integrative nutrition health coach, a diabetes expert, personal trainer, yoga instructor, and I'm also a 50-something post-menopausal single mom of two and a proud, thriving breast cancer survivor. So, if sugar has been your constant companion for a while, you are not alone. As a health coach, so many women come to me super frustrated because they want to get healthy, and then sugar keeps derailing their best efforts. Maybe they do great all day, and then comes evening after dinner, and the sugar cravings come in, and it's all over. Or maybe they're doing great all week and then the weekend comes and they just lose control. This is so common. And then most women blame themselves. They feel like they should have more control, or they feel like they just have a lack of willpower. And then in comes that cycle of shame and blame and beating themselves up. But the truth is that sugar cravings can get even stronger when you're in midlife and menopause and beyond. And it has nothing to do with willpower. It is not your fault. This is not a moral failing. So let that blame of yourself go, because what I'm going to teach you today is going to help you realize that there is so much more going on behind the scenes with your body and with your hormones. And also, there are so many things you can do to get those cravings back down and take back control of your health and your life. Let's talk about the reasons that you crave sugar so much, especially when you're in menopause and beyond. First of all, hormones. As you know, once you go through menopause, your hormones shift, your metabolism changes. Happens to all of us, right? It happened to me. And one of the things that affects is insulin, which is another hormone. And insulin is the fat storage hormone. And so, what becomes very important is what foods you're eating and the timing of when you're eating. And those two things can make all the difference. Now, I am not talking about intermittent fasting. I'm not talking about doing anything restrictive. I'm talking about eating balanced meals at regular intervals. So, all the meals that you eat need to have a good balance of your macronutrients. You need the fiber, you need the protein, you need the carbohydrates, you need the fat. And when you are eating in that balanced way, you prevent the insulin spikes, because every time insulin spikes, you're storing more fat. So if you don't have a balanced meal, if you're just eating something sweet, your insulin is going to spike, and that's going to come in and cause you to store fat, especially around that dreaded midsection, which is the one we're all concerned about, right? Us midlife women always hate that belly, that spare tire, whatever you want to call it. So, what foods you're eating and how you're balancing your plate is the first thing. And the other thing is the timing of your meals. So, you don't want to go long periods without eating. And sometimes intermittent fasting can actually backfire on you because your blood sugar tanks and you're starving. And so you grab something, which is usually sugar or those empty carbs, then your insulin spikes and you store all that as fat. So it matters what's on your plate and it matters when you are eating. And once you get those two things in line, your insulin levels stay stable and then you're not constantly storing fat all day long. The second reason we're craving sugar so much is that it is absolutely addictive. It is lighting up pleasure centers in your brain, much like drugs. They have done scientific studies where they can see what sections light up in your brain when you eat sugar. So, sugar feels good. And when you want to feel good, you want that quick fix. And so, you eat the sugar. And that gets you hooked. Your brain keeps wanting to go back to it again and again and again. And unfortunately, it's in everything. If you start reading labels, you'll see it is in yogurt, it is in tomato sauce, it is in almost everything. And that's because the food industry knows it's addictive. They know it makes everything just taste a little bit better. And when you get a taste for that sweet and you're used to it being in every food, of course, when you taste food that doesn't have sugar added, you're going to feel like, something's missing here. So they have started adding it to every single thing just to keep you coming back for more and more and more. And it is specifically designed to get you to do just that. The third reason that our sugar cravings are so strong has to do with stress. And I get it. I am a woman in midlife. I am juggling all the things. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a mom. I'm an empty nester. My two kids are in college. I know some of you are taking care of aging parents. Maybe you have grandkids. Maybe you're going through some other kind of life shift like retirement or starting a new job or divorce. I know well how that can affect your life. And when we are under constant stress, that affects our hormones as well. And it's cortisol. Cortisol is a hormone that constantly gets pumped out when you are under stress. And so many of us are juggling all the things day after day that our stress level is up to here. And we talked about insulin a minute ago. When cortisol is high, insulin is also high. And insulin is that fat storage hormone. So if we don't find ways to bring our stress level down, we're constantly living in that cycle of high cortisol, high insulin, and fat storage. And the fourth one can be the toughest. And that is that so many of us use food, especially sugar or empty carbs, as an emotional crutch. I told you that sugar lights up those pleasure centers in your brain. And when we're stressed, when we're lonely, when we're bored, we eat because we need that boost. When you're at work all day and you're totally stressed out, food can calm you. Food helps you feel good. When you get home at night and you've had a bad day or you're feeling lonely or something is going on and you want that boost, a lot of times we turn to sugar. And sugar works, right? It gets the job done, but it's only temporary. So once that boost goes away, of course, you're going back for more and more and more, and it becomes this never-ending cycle. You want to be healthy, but then you don't feel good for whatever emotional reason. You eat, you feel better for a minute, and then you feel worse again and probably start beating yourself up for eating sugar because you said you weren't going to, which only compounds the problem of feeling bad and just keeps you stuck in that cycle. So we have to start investigating what is going on, taking a look at how do we feel? What does your life look like? What is driving you to eat when you're not hungry, because until you work out those underlying reasons, you're not going to be able to break that cycle. And it is not a failing on your part because, like I said, it is not about willpower. So there is so much going on under the surface, right? Your hormones have changed. Sugar's addictive. You're living under stress all day long. And when you're stressed, you eat to feel better because it gives you that emotional boost. And this may all sound kind of tough to work out, but the good news is you can get to the bottom of it and you can stop craving sugar and you can meet your health goals and stop getting derailed by all these cravings. And I want to invite you to my free 5-day Break Up with Sugar challenge, which is starting soon. I designed it specifically for women in midlife who want to get healthy and want to get off this sugar train. No, it's not about being perfect. No, it's not about never being able to enjoy treats or eliminating anything forever. I am a self-proclaimed chocoholic, and I do not intend to never eat chocolate again. But sometimes just a short reset, this is only 5 days, can go so long into calming your cravings, kind of wiping the slate clean, getting your blood sugar stable, and bonus, getting your energy balanced so you're not dealing with that spike and crash all day long. So you can have energy all day from the time you get up till the time you go to bed. So here's what we'll be doing. During the 5-day Breakup with Sugar challenge, I am going to guide you each day step by step with simple daily actions. We're going to clear out those temptations, those sugar triggers. I'm going to teach you how to build balanced meals so that you can stabilize your cravings. We're going to talk about fat loss and hormone support. We're going to talk about what foods you need to add in to naturally bring those cravings down. And we're going to go a lot deeper into understanding what your cravings are really trying to tell you. What's so awesome about this is you don't have to do it alone. I'm going to be there each day to coach you, to answer questions, and to support you through this process. So let's take a second just to imagine how good you could feel if you had control over sugar and over your cravings. If you had amazing energy, if you got rid of that bloat, and if you started to trust yourself more around food and started to feel more confident in your body again. That's exactly what this 5-day challenge is for. It is completely free. All you have to do is click the link below, sign up, and you'll get access to all the details. Plus, I'm gifting you a free bonus. It's my guilt-free chocolate recipes ebook. And let me tell you, they are so delicious. They hit that sweet spot. So if you're tired of feeling like sugar and cravings are controlling you, this is your invitation to take your power back. We start soon, and I would love to support you. So I hope to see you inside.